You ever hang out with someone new and it seems like you're going to be best friends, and then out of nowhere, they say something totally crazy like the fourth Indiana Jones movie is the best one, and you have to shut things down immediately? Yeah, it's oddly specific, but it happens to all of us, or so I'm told. Friendship isn't the only type of relationship where huge red flags can pop up like that, though. It can also happen with digital marketing agencies. There are certain things that if you ever see an agency say or do, you should definitely avoid partnering with them. But what are those things? In this video, we're going to cover 7 digital marketing red flags to keep an eye out for. Before we go on, just a quick reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That said, let's get into it. Number 1, they take a cookie cutter approach. When you start talking to an agency, the very first thing that should happen is that they take a good look at your business's unique needs to see if they're the proper fit to work with you. Then they should put together a personalized strategy for your company. If an agency doesn't bother to look at your business's specific situation and goals, and instead just pulls out the exact same approach that they're using for every other client, that is your cue to run on out of there. Number 2, they're suspiciously cheap. Another telltale sign that you're looking in the wrong place is if an agency is really affordable. No, I mean like really, really affordable, suspiciously affordable. As in, all of the other agencies that you're getting quotes from cost $3,000 or more per month, and this one costs $50 a month for some reason. When you see an agency priced that low in comparison to the competition, there's probably a good reason for it. The old saying, you get what you pay for, definitely holds true in that situation. If you go for a super cheap agency just for the low price, you're probably not going to be very impressed with their services. I understand wanting to save money, but I'm telling you, it's worth spending a little bit more to make sure that you actually get the high quality services that you're after. Number 3, they make unrealistic promises. If you're looking at 2 different agencies and one of them says they can guarantee page 1 rankings for your web content, while the other avoids making any such promises, you might be inclined to think that the first one is better. I mean, come on, they're guaranteeing results. Really, though, it is the opposite. Why? Because no one can absolutely guarantee page 1 results. You don't have full control over how high you rank for in search engines, although you can certainly do your best to optimize for it. So, any agency that says they can guarantee too good to be true results is lying to you. It's better to go for an agency that's confident, but still very honest and realistic about what they can do for you. Number 4, they aren't open or transparent. Another red flag to watch out for is if an agency doesn't communicate well or if they seem closed off. If you feel like you're struggling to get answers to your questions or receive updates about how your campaigns are performing, that is bad news. Communication is the key to any relationship, especially so with a marketing agency. You want an agency that will have quick responses to any questions that you have and that will give you regular updates on what's going on with your marketing, what they've been working on, and all those important things that you care about. Plus, you want them to be transparent about what they're actually doing. If an agency insists they're driving results but refuses to tell you how they're actually going about it or show you any data, that's a big yikes. Number 5, their brand isn't built on digital marketing. Imagine you get sick and you have to go in for a minor operation from your doctor. Halfway through, you hear them casually mention, yeah, I actually only trained to become a vet, but I heard you can make a little bit more money as a human doctor, and I just thought, how different could it really be? Honestly, I might just get up mid operation and walk out. It's kind of the same way when you're talking with an agency that offers digital marketing services, but then you find out that digital marketing isn't really their main niche. There are companies out there that specialize in something else entirely, like TV ads or billboards, and then later decided to add in digital marketing as an extra service. If a company's approach to digital marketing is, yeah, we can probably do that. How hard is it? That is not an area that they're actually the experts in, and it's best to steer clear entirely from them. Number 6, they don't give you ownership over your marketing accounts. You know how when you were growing up in your parents' house, you had your room, but it wasn't really yours? Like, if you wanted to decorate it a certain way, your parents could just say no, and there wasn't really anything you could do about it because it was their house and their name on the mortgage. That's not what your relationship with a marketing agency should look like at all, but unfortunately, that's the approach that some agencies use. When you partner with those agencies, they'll help you open up accounts on different platforms, with different web hosts, with different marketing tools, but the accounts will actually be in their control. So if you were ever to part ways with that agency, you risk losing access to those accounts. You'd have to start from scratch because they could hold your accounts hostage, make it impossible for you to update your website, which is just not cool. Imagine leaving an agency and not being able to update your site anymore or not being able to launch ad campaigns in Google. Obviously, you don't choose an agency with the intention of canceling, but over time, your goals may change. You may not like working with an agency, or you may even outgrow them, which would be a good problem to have. You don't want your business to suffer because you don't have ownership over key accounts and things like your website. Number 7, they don't use a data-driven approach. The best marketing agencies will keep track of valuable metrics in your campaigns, and they'll analyze those metrics to help you learn how to keep improving marketing over time. Some agencies will even provide you with custom reports so you can see the results and all of the underlying data for yourself. Or they may even have their own marketing platform that can pull those types of reports together for you. A red flag agency won't bother to adjust their strategy over time. They won't learn from all of the key data elements, and they will just keep going with those cookie cutter tactics over and over again for your campaigns. And you may never see a trace of the really important data on your marketing efforts, or they won't share data with you that is specific to your goals. Yes, social media clicks and things like impressions are good, but if you really want to increase sales through your marketing efforts, those aren't metrics that are nearly as valuable as conversions or other KPIs that directly align with your business. Agencies that don't learn from the data and don't tell you how they're helping you are agencies that you really want to avoid. Hopefully, this list of tips helps you find an agency that raises green flags. No red flags allowed here. If you're interested in learning more about digital marketing, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also head over to our website and sign up for our email newsletter, Revenue Weekly. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.